Hey guys, it's Rebecca Oberstadt. Before I get into the intro for this video, I want to just say this is kind of like a chit chat get ready with me, but for whatever reason, because I'm using a different setup to record, most of the look that I'm doing you can't see. So just wanted to let you know that I am sorry about that. And this is actually the finished look that you're seeing now. And now I'm going to actually play the intro for you. So hopefully you enjoy. Hey guys, it's Rebecca Oberstadt. So I've been giving this palette a lot of love lately, and I felt like I was leaving this one out. So I played with this palette. I did kind of like a chatty get ready with me, and I created two different looks using the Zodiac palette. And I actually had somebody ask me to do swatches of this one because I don't have any swatches up on my channel. I just have the comparison swatches. So I will try and get that done and uploaded hopefully by this weekend if I can get it recorded, if my ring light doesn't fall over on me and attack me again. But anyways, if you like this look and you want to see how I got it and hear me talk about random things while I'm doing my makeup, then keep on watching. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff. And everything that's on my face will be linked down below. And hopefully you enjoy. I'm not used to sitting for videos, and I go into why I'm sitting in just a second. So hopefully you enjoy. See you in just a second. So because it is the middle of December and I haven't done really a whole lot of looks with green, I was thinking of going in, this is the original BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette, and I haven't played with this in a while because I have been using this one, and I haven't really, I feel like I'm neglecting the original. So I know I want to play with this green shade. I also want to play with this bronze shade, which is Scorpio. So I'm going to be going in with Sagittarius and Scorpio on my lid at some point, and then I'm going to be using the matte shades. So not quite sure how this is going to work, but we're going to try it. Okay, so I'm actually going to start off with the actual Sagittarius matte shade, which is here, and I'm going to be using my little Bold Obsessions palette, since I'll explain what's going on and why I'm actually sitting for a video. So I record all my videos on my iPhone 6s Plus, and it has an OtterBox on it, and the clip that I usually use is on the medicine chest right here behind me, and I clipped it on the top, and it actually, you know, moves and whatnot, and it allowed me to keep my phone basically almost perfectly eye level for me because I'm tall, and it allowed me to record videos a little bit easier without having to figure out what I was going to prop it up on and that kind of stuff. And I do own a ring light, but the stand on it is very flimsy, and every time I try and raise it up on its feet, all it wants to do is act like it's drunk. So I wasn't into all that. And so, you know, I'm going to take that Sagittarius shade since I'm right here, and I'm going to put it on the other side too. So the ring light is kind of big, especially when you're, you know, trying to film something that is eye level, and if I try and use it on the bathroom counter, it just wants to fall over, and it's attacked me multiple times. And so I just, right now it's flat against the floor, and I hit my nose with the brush. It's flat against the floor, so it's not wobbly, hopefully. And I usually stand to record all of my videos, but because of what's going on with the lack of like space in my bathroom to be able to maneuver and stuff like that, there's just no way I can put it on the counter. Like I'm used to working on the really big mirror here in my bathroom. But and right now thing's about 2 feet away from me, and I'm zoomed in as far as my phone will go. So I'm not quite sure how this will work when it goes to editing. I can't like zoom you in directly on an eye, because as of right now, you should be able to see both eyes at the same time. And I will literally have to physically get up in order to show anything closer than that. Hopefully the mirror isn't in the way. So the clip that holds my device, actually one of the arms at the top, it's like bent like this because the seam here is like cracked. It's plastic, and they're made for 3.4 inches, and my phone is literally 3.5 inches wide. I don't know who designs these things, but I guess they think everybody uses their phone without a case, and I cannot go without using a case on my phone because I'm klutzy and I drop everything. Like, I drop stuff all the time. So that just wasn't a feasible option for me to leave my phone without a case. So I don't know, it's just one of those things. Okay, I'm gonna go into the Scorpio matte shade on this eye and the Pisces matte shade on this side, and I'll clean this brush off with my little color switch in between. So yeah, this is something new for me. Trying to sit to record a video. These are like the little stools that I had back when I had my booth at the flea market, so that I was tall enough to look over the jewelry cases and be able to sit and work at the same time and deal with customers and that kind of stuff. And I was high enough up that, you know, people could actually see me when I sat on it. And I know that I'm tall, but I have a tendency to slouch. So I always had to remember not to do that on this. I mean, I literally could hide behind the counter just by schlumping. And I have a very bad set of like dry skin here. My nose is peeling right now. I need to do a face mask. I'll probably do one later. But the eyeshadow, it's not the eyeshadow's problem. It's my skin's issues. It's cold here. It's been cold for several days, and I literally haven't recorded a video in nearly a week because my clip for my device is broken. So I drug out my ring light, put the things back on it. It's got these like little covers that go over the LED lights, and I had to like snap them all back in place. I figured I might as well drag it down while I've still got it on the brush. So I don't know, I'm just dealing with technical difficulties. If I could afford to buy like an actual DSLR camera, I would. I have checked out several of them between like the Nikons and the Canons and the Panasonics and the Sanyos. I found several, but just about every camera that I've looked at is about $500. And I just don't have that. And so even though that would be like something that would be on my holiday wish list if I celebrated Christmas, I don't. I celebrate Yule. That I would be ecstatic if I actually got something like that. But again, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I do have I have an old Patreon that I put up. I've never really used it, never really done much on it. I do have my Amazon wish list that's always in my description box. And I'm going in with that Pisces matte shade now over here. I mean, it's always in my description box. I don't really ever talk about like the links and stuff in my box other than linking the actual products that I'm using, because I've worked in retail. I know how to deal with customers. I've worked sales, that kind of stuff. And I don't want people to come to my videos and think that I am selling them something. That always irritates the absolute piss out of me. I want you to come here and watch me play with makeup and maybe learn something, or maybe just watching the makeup tutorials makes your day better or things like that. I don't ever want to be like seen as selling anything to you. So that is why I don't really talk about any links that I have in my description box, be it an affiliate link or a non-affiliate link, or like my wish lists or anything. And I do leave super chat always up when I do like live streams and the premieres that I put on the videos and stuff. I do leave that there, so if somebody wants to donate money, they can. I honestly, I don't earn any income right now. I take surveys for money online. I have stuff listed on Depop, but I haven't sold anything in several weeks, which is actually the last money that I earned off of Depop. I bought this palette and the BH Cosmetics brushes that I just got in, and that's what I did with the money. I bought things that I knew I either needed, like I need new brushes. So, I mean, I've got brushes like this Mary Kay brush that I got in 1997 that probably needs to go in the trash, but I've had it for over 2 decades, so I just haven't thrown it out yet. But it's just, you know, things that I wanted or needed. Like I had a subscriber send me an Amazon gift card code, and I used that money to buy a shampoo, a conditioner, and a hair product that went with it. It was a kit. So I bought a brand new set of shampoo, conditioner, and leave-in treatment. And so that's what I did with the money. And you know, I haven't really talked about finances or anything on here or anything. I have talked about like my health issues, but that's basically where that line stops. If you're like curious about that kind of stuff, I mean, I guess I could talk about it. It's not like it's a huge secret. I graduated with my master's degree in 2015, and I haven't been able to find a job in my field. 1, because I'm female, and 2, I didn't go and take the tests or certifications that you would need for computer system securities, because I was told by teachers not to do that stuff because most places are going to want to like train you to do that, or they're going to need like particular requirements for the job. And I didn't want to go and get certified in certain like computer testings and computer programs and stuff like that if the company wasn't going to need that kind of stuff, or they weren't going to require it. So I didn't go and further take tests and classes and stuff like that were going to cost thousands of dollars, because I wanted to make sure I could get in with an employer first. So I've been to several job interviews for my degree, but I haven't been hired yet. I'm taking that Pisces shade on here. I haven't been able to get hired, and the majority of the comments that I've gotten when I've gone to physical interviews are, you know, and you walk through the floor, you see what's employed there. I mean, 99.98% of the time you walk through a room that has cubicles, the room is going to be filled with guys. And I'm not completely horrendous to look at. So I've had guys tell me, due to my condition, that I would be a distraction. I have had people basically tell me that because of my outward appearance, and I always try and go in dressed nice, skirt down to my knees, heels on, neutral makeup and hair, that kind of stuff. Something that wouldn't make me seem too opposing, I guess you could say, because I'm tall, and with heels on it puts me over 6 feet tall. So when you walk in, a lot of these guys that work in the computer fields, they're like 5'7" and shorter. So being barefoot in the office would put me taller than some of the guys that I have seen. And this is dry. This is this always off makeup cloth that I always use. It's just dry. I'm just taking off the, hell, I lost my spot. Oh, there it is. Just taking off like extra I don't want right here, because I already did like concealer and corrector. I don't have anything else on but just that. This side I kind of want more blown out. And it's funny, even though the shade I used here is a little bit darker, I think I maybe blended it a little bit too much. And I'll show you. Let me make sure that you're going to be able to see this. Okay, so this shade is Scorpio, the matte shade for Scorpio. This one is Pisces. So here is Scorpio, and there's Pisces next to it. And I know my hands are like super dry. One of them is a little bit more orange tone. Let me do better swatches, because my hands are like super dry. I guess blended out, they kind of do look like the same shade now that I'm like playing with the color and building it up a little bit. On my hand, it looks like, on my fingers, I should say, it looks like two different shades. Like this one, you can definitely tell is more like orange based, whereas this one is more red based. And on my hand, trying to make sure you're in frame. It's like the top shade is again the Scorpio shade, and this is the Pisces shade. This one has more like burgundy in it when you look at it, whereas this one has more like an orange undertone. And it seems like on the eye though, it looks very similar. So maybe I just lost some of my depth there by blending out. And this eye is super dry as well. I think I need to dig through my mask collection and find one that is like hydrating. Because I did one the other day for breakouts, because I've got like breakouts going on like my right next to my nose, on my forehead, all over my chin. The joys of eating chocolate. But yeah, on the eye, that shade does look very similar. And I'm doing like light tapping motions in that pan so I don't get like a ton of pigment. I want it darker, but I don't want it to be like dark brown in my crease. I just want some of the darkness. Okay, now that both sides are done, I'm going to go ahead and grab a brush and get it wet, and I'm going to put the Sagittarius shade on one side and the Scorpio shade on the other, because I really haven't done anything that's green. I've done quite a few like cranberry looks or gold or bronze looks. This is more like a penny shade, this one here. It's really pretty. It really does look a lot like a copper penny shade. So I plan on using that on one lid. So let me find a brush and I will play with those. I had to hunt for it, but I found it. My little Luxie, this is the little Luxie 245, yeah, the 245 shader brush. And I know this is kind of tacky, but this is the little container out of the Benefit Bahama Mama bronzer that little brush goes in. I just kind of put water in it and set it on the edge of my sink. And I'm going to be like super simple. And I picked it up on both sides of the brush. Now, if you wanted to, you could probably throw in some black liner or lashes with this. I don't think I'm going to do that. I've got like green streaks everywhere now. Maybe I should have waited for the color to dry. I think I'm gonna be weird and carry it all the way in. I wouldn't normally do this with a dark shade because it seems to close my eyes off. It's funny when you see those like videos on YouTube that say, oh, well, to find what type of eye you have, look at the size of your actual iris, which is the color of your eye, and look at your pupil, and then look at your eye shape and how the corner of your eye turns and that kind of stuff. And then that's how you can determine what you've got. That's not always right. Like when my eye is down, you can see the color on my lid. But if I open my eye, 90% of that color goes away, looking straight forward. So I have what they call partially deep set eyes, because if you look, my eye like protrudes down here, my actual eyeball. I have like a normal shaped eye, whereas like round eyes, the iris would be smaller, so you would see more whites of the eyes. But I also have hooded eyes, and down here at the corner where my eye is, it's not straight across from the other corner, it goes down a little bit. So I have downturned, hooded, partially deep set eyes. And I'm like, what do in what direction? So not all of the eye looks that I see that people do look good on me. So I have to be very careful when playing with certain products. That's why I carry color all the way up onto my actual brow bone, because I want people to see the colors that I put down. I mean, yes, I could just stick to my actual crease and then down onto my lid, but then you would never see my eyeshadow. And if I'm going to sit and play with makeup, I want people to be able to enjoy what I've done. I know when I look at other people's makeup looks and it looks good, or I like it or whatever, I want to be able to see the whole look, and I don't want to have somebody do this the whole time in order to see the look. All right, I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to take the iridescent off. Crap, I had a shade on that already. Oh well. I'm taking the center shade and I'm going to pop it right, boop. It doesn't want to get off my finger. I'm even trying like rubbing my eyelid. I guess it's working a little, and then I even have green on the end of my nose. Now that's talent. Okay, so there's that eye done. I'm going to throw some mascara on it and then I will be right back to finish the other eye. Okay, I've got mascara on and I cleaned off my Luxie brush with the color switch. And I got it re-wet. And I'm going to be going in with the Scorpio shade all over the lid on this side. That really does remind me of like the color of a penny. I'm also putting a little bit under my eye in the center. And then I'm going to go in, probably not a cohesive color combination, but I'm going to go in with this Aquarius shade in the center, and I'm just flipping the brush over. I'm like really pressing the shadow into the other shade so that it looks like this yellowish green shade is just kind of like popping out of it. And then I'm going to carry it under the very front of my eye. And the front corner. And I'm even going to tap it along my brow bone. Oh, there's the heat slash air. Wants to blow cold stuff on my back. Okay, I'm gonna throw mascara on and then I will come back in just a second. I still have green on my nose. Crazy. All right, I will be right back with mascara on that eye. This way you can actually see the color. I'm liking these two looks. I would wear one of these to a holiday party if I actually had somewhere to go. And then pairing it with the red lip. I mean, if I wanted to, I could put contour on. I just don't feel like it right now. But anyways, that's it for this video. I was just playing with makeup. I figured I would use the Zodiac palette because the Zodiac Love palette's been getting a lot of love lately. I've done a couple videos on it. I did the initial swatch video, the swatch comparison video, and either 2 or 3 looks using it. Like I did a holiday look, I did the hot pink and orange look, and then I did the 2 looks 1 palette, which should go up tomorrow. Excuse me, I edited that yesterday. So yeah, yesterday. I edited it yesterday. So I should have that up by tomorrow. So by the time that this video goes up in a couple of days, that video will already be live, and I'll link it. I don't link my like videos in the description box. I always put them in the eye up there. So if you click the little eye at the very top corner of the video when you're watching it, it'll show you like the other videos that I have tagged. So if you want to see other things that I've done using that palette, then you can see other looks that I've done, and it's there for a reference. I know a lot of people always say, well, I'll link it down below. Really, the only stuff that I link down below are like the products themselves. So I'll link the palette, I'll link the lip colors, the lip liner, the mascara, the highlight, that kind of stuff. That's what I link in the description box. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to leave me a comment down below, share it with your friends, and if you're not a subscriber, then feel free to subscribe. I will see you guys in another video very soon. I am trying to keep uploading at least 6 days a week, if not 7. So hopefully you have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye. Hey guys, it's Rebecca. I know this is a long video. It's over 30 minutes long, especially with the pictures that I'm adding. So these are the finished looks. Hopefully you enjoy them. I do try and like zoom in on the eyes so that you can get a better idea of what the finished looks look like. I like including these in my videos so that you can see how they're going to photograph. And I didn't do like a whole lot of concealer or corrector or anything like that. I just have on the highlight from the center of the palette and the eyeshadow and the lipstick and mascara. I even left my brows natural, so all you're really looking at is product from the palette, the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette, and the red lip that I'm wearing, and then Wet n Wild mascara, and that's it. Hopefully you enjoy. I'm gonna throw on some music now.